Next quarter-mile, Josh watched the SUV in his mirrors close in on him until its large chrome grille blotted out his view. Instead of passing, the black sport utility clung to the Contour's bumper. "Pass me, damn it!" Josh shouted at the tailgater. As if responding to Josh's request, the SUV darted out from behind him onto the left-hand side of the road. Side by side, the vehicles charged toward the steel truss bridge spanning the Sacramento River as if it were a finish line. The SUV's chunky tires whined on the road, and their sound droned in Josh's ears. The vehicle eased past Josh without effort, and Josh backed off the gas to help the tailgater on his way. The SUV's rear was just ahead of the Ford's hood when, without warning, it swerved back into his lane. Josh stomped on the brake and yanked on the steering wheel. The power steering exaggerated his intentions, jerking the car violently to the right. The vehicles missed each other by inches. Josh's car rocketed off the road for the dirt shoulder, fishtailing and kicking up plumes of dust as the tires fought for traction. Cursing, Josh struggled to get the car under control, his actions as frantic as the vehicle's forward momentum. The bridge was ahead, and the river loomed. "Jesus Christ!" Josh screamed. Did the tailgater know what he'd done? He squeezed the brake pedal even harder. Man and machine working in perfect harmony failed to stop the car in time. The Ford leapt off the riverbank, trimming the tops of the scrub bushes as it went. The car's nose pitched forward and then arced downward. The dark waters rushed up toward Josh, and fear grabbed him as he saw his fate. His hands gripped the wheel tightly, and his fingernails cut grooves into his palms. He continued to jam his feet on the brake pedal in the vain hope it would prevent the car from ever hitting water. The weightless feeling in his stomach made him nauseous. He wanted to slam his eyes shut, but morbid curiosity kept them open. The sound of the car's engine died in time with the slowing wheel revolutions. The Contour sounded as if it were sighing, resigned to the thought of its impending fate. The Ford struck the hard water with the force of a sledgehammer. Inside the car, a dull thud reverberated in conjunction with the roar of 1,000 gallons of water being displaced around the vehicle. Water hissed on the hot exhaust and engine block. The shock-resistant bumper, unable to resist the shock, was ripped off and dragged under the car, and the hood buckled in sympathy. The side panels splayed, and the trunk popped open, casting its contents into the river like a fisherman casting live bait. The car's interior clutter, pens, CDs, the phone, his daughter's toys, created a small storm of junk, some of which clattered against the back of Josh's head. Josh didn't get to witness the impact. A billowing cloud mushroomed before him in an instant, and his vision turned silver-white. He felt a jolt of pain across his chest, and his right side tingled. For a moment, he thought he'd died and gone to heaven. Josh wasn't in heaven. The seatbelt had locked, pinning him in place, and the driver's airbag had detonated, exploding into his face. The chilling water seeping into his shoes told him he wasn't dead, and his ordeal wasn't over. The car was in the water and sinking. He smashed his fists into the deflating airbag. He had to see how bad it was, and it was bad. The nose-heavy Ford tilted forward at an angle, the huge engine forcing the crumpled hood underwater. Small waves lapped the windshield, showing him glimpses of the depths of the river. Water leaked in from the door seals and from somewhere under the dashboard bulkhead. The car bobbed halfway between the shores, about 100 feet from safety. 100 feet! It was less than the length of a swimming pool and an easy distance to swim. Except that Josh had never learned how to swim. He had taken lessons as a kid, but had scared the shit out of himself when he went down a water slide and found himself at the bottom of the deep end. Since then, he had never been in water any deeper than his chest. Now he was in much deeper than that. The water slapped at the car windows.